Everything about this guy reeks of desperation. He's so insecure that he produces this frenzied attempt to make us think that he is far superior to 19-year-olds.
I don't believe that. You could not make me date a 19-year-old.
And that he would reject any advances from a 19-year-old. Absolutely. Without question.
You could not make me.
He has cleverly implied that 19-year-olds want him. That's very hard to believe. He's absolutely repulsive.
You just spilled all your coffee? Oh, Babu.
And of course he's lying to himself. If he set aside his massive bigotry, he might just meet the right person. There are plenty of mature, attractive 19-year-olds out there.
You couldn't do it!
Just like poor whites with inferiority complexes become racists so they can repeat comforting lies about how others are so much dumber than them. This pathetic bigot pumps himself up by shouting about how younger people are subhuman. Subhuman.
It's, to me, they're children. 18 and 19-year-olds are children. They have no life experience. They're not fully formed people yet.
It is unbelievably vile.
You barely know yourself. How the fuck can you have a relationship?
Pure bigotry. And obviously false. 19-year-olds have been having healthy relationships for all of human history. The notion that they are brainless, less than human animals is very recent. That kind of hate was invented just in the last 20 years. As the age of adulthood has risen by almost a decade, the same things we used to say about 13-year-olds, we now say about 19-year-olds. But there is an added twist. There is more vitriol, more hate.
You're not a whole person.
If 19-year-olds are children like the bigot says, we should hire babysitters to watch them when we go out.
A babysitter? For us?
In the 70s, everyone looked down on pubescents in their awkward phase. They were 13 or 14 and just getting a new adult body. They were told they weren't grown up yet, that they had no experience. They were reminded that they lack knowledge and should respect their elders. But people understood. People remembered being pubescent themselves. They had empathy for those struggling with the new phase of life. I see no empathy at all in millennials' vicious bigotry against 19-year-olds. Quote, not a fully formed human, unquote.
Like, it's just crazy to me.
Of course it's a simple biological fact that teenagers are adults. So our bigot feels desperation as he tries to convince us that adults are children and 2 + 2 is 87.
It's, to me, they're children. 18 and 19-year-olds are children. They have no life experience. They're not fully formed people yet.
It's like an alcoholic trying to convince himself that he doesn't have a problem.
I don't believe that. You could not make me date a 19-year-old.
Why do we, as a society, tolerate assholes like this bigot, who dehumanizes an entire demographic?